No, you said you was going to tell them.
Okay, so I'm at my grandmother's camper for the weekend, and stuff started happening yesterday, and we heard someone walking on the roof, and
Yeah, you got to hold that thing.
around 3 a.m. this morning, I saw the bathroom light turn on for like 10 seconds and then it cut right back off, and then I heard someone walking back this way. I thought it was her, but she said that it wasn't. And
yeah, but you got to tell them about yesterday, about the walking on the roof.
I did. I said we heard people walking on the roof
yesterday. Yeah, but you didn't tell them that I thought it was my boyfriend from next door, that we thought he was up there. And, because we heard coughing, he's been sick, and we heard coughing, or I heard coughing right out behind the window back here. So I called him, and I accused him of being on my roof, because now it's leaking again in the 2 spots I just sealed up. And then, so today, again, we started hearing walking on the roof. And it was non-stop. So I went outside and checked it. There was nobody up there. So I thought maybe an animal got somehow in between the ceiling and the roof, but this was more like heavy walking.
And see, after she went outside and checked on the roof, 'cause she thought that it was her daughter, I went actually on the roof where she just went and walked around the house. I went on top of the roof and there was nothing up there. And she thought that an animal got in by through the AC, but there's like a cage or whatever around the AC.
It's an RV.
So
but there's a cage around the air conditioner. But I thought, well, maybe something got in. But it wouldn't sound that heavy. It wouldn't sound like
a person walking.
I mean, like a squirrel or a raccoon or something. It just wouldn't sound that heavy.
And just a small animal wouldn't.
Even a cat wouldn't sound like that. It sounded like a person walking up there.
And besides, a small animal like what we have around here isn't going to make a 4-inch crack on your roof. So.
But it also went on most of the day, on and off.
Yeah.
So, I didn't think nothing too much of it to begin with. And, so then, Charlie, you gotta stay still.
I am staying still.
No, you're not. You're all over the place.
Well, there.
So, then, because of me hearing the person coughing outside the window, which I later found out wasn't my boyfriend. He was never over here. He wasn't even outside. It was raining real heavy. Yesterday and today it was raining real heavy. So she was joking around.
And I laid cough syrup on the counter and I was like, hey, Ghost, if you're sick, come and get the cough syrup. It's right here on the counter. Well, that was a bad idea because maybe 30 minutes later, I turned around and the cough syrup wasn't there. We looked all over for the cough syrup except for in the back bedroom, which she's been having eerie feelings in since she brought this RV. But we found it open on the floor and it was all over the carpet. And I mean, it's a child-proof lock, so
yeah, it's a little bit hard to open.
Even she has trouble sometimes.
So anyway, we couldn't figure it out. So I just started saying.
And her cocking gun went missing.
Yeah, well.
And she still hasn't found it.
Well, no, I found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I finally did find it. But so I went to praying and everything, and then I didn't feel like nothing else was in the house, but we still kept hearing walking on the roof for I don't know, quite some time.
Few hours.
And but for the past few hours now, we've not heard anything else. Thank God. I'm really glad. I'm hoping that those
that
prayers.
Means it's out.
Yeah, I hope the prayers got rid of it.
She thinks that there's a spirit attached to me.
Because I never had that kind of problem. Like I heard something drop back there in the bedroom one day, and I didn't see anything that dropped, and I had felt kind of eerie by that bedroom, but I never had anything like that.
Like this happened, and she's seen a lot of things in her lifetime. And when she was younger, she lived in a house with her mom that was very, very haunted.
Well, actually, I didn't live in it. My younger sister lived in it with my mother.
Oh.
But I had stayed in it some. And, yeah, it was real haunted. And then my mobile home that I used to live in was really haunted, too.
Yeah, it was built on a graveyard, so.
Well, we're not sure, but I do think that the guy looked like he had plowed part of the cemetery to sell the lots.
Either way, your
So-
backyard was a cemetery.
Yeah, I did have a cemetery in the backyard. And I do think that my lot and a few other lots out there was probably graveyard too at one time. That he had plowed over it. But anyway, so it's been a few hours now. And all's been okay so far. So if y'all want to say prayers for us, you know, that would be real nice. And what I told my granddaughter is when a person has a lot of bad anxiety or stress going on in their life,
Which I definitely have. I'm living in a
sometimes
bad area.
sometimes they can project things.
Poltergeist.
I'm sure everybody's heard of what's called a poltergeist, where people actually, they don't intend to manifest things,
But they do.
But they do. So that's the story, and that's what's going on here in our neck of the woods. All right, you can stop the video. Bye.